Hey guys, first of all, if you like my stories, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment if you enjoy my story. The first story starts with The House on the Hill, a nightmarish tale of possession and horror. The small town of Millfield was a peaceful place, with friendly neighbors and a tight-knit community. But there was one house that stood out from the rest, looming over the town like a dark omen. The locals called it the House on the Hill, and whispered tales of strange occurrences and unspeakable horrors that had taken place within its walls. For years, the house had stood empty, its windows boarded up and its doors locked tight. But one day, a young couple by the name of Emma and Jack decided to move in, drawn to the home's charming architecture and large spacious rooms. They had no idea what they were getting themselves into. It wasn't long before Emma and Jack began to experience strange and terrifying things. They would wake up in the middle of the night to find furniture moved, doors left open, and strange noises coming from the basement. They brushed it off as their imagination and tried to ignore it. But as the days went on, the occurrences became more frequent and more disturbing. Emma would see ghostly apparitions in the mirrors and Jack would hear voices whispering in his ear at night. They both began to suffer from terrible nightmares and would wake up in cold sweats. It wasn't until they discovered an old diary hidden in the basement that they began to understand the true nature of the evil that lurked within the house on the hill. The diary belonged to a woman who had lived in the house many years ago, and it detailed her descent into madness as she became possessed by a demon. Desperate to rid themselves of the evil that had taken hold of their home, Emma and Jack sought out the help of a local priest. Together, they performed an exorcism, but it only seemed to make things worse. The demon, now angered, began to torment them even more, possessing Emma and using her as a vessel to unleash its wrath upon the town. As the possession grew stronger, Emma's body began to contort and twist in unnatural ways, her eyes turning black and her voice becoming demonic. She would speak in tongues and make strange predictions, all the while being controlled by the demon. In a final act of desperation, Jack was forced to make the ultimate sacrifice, sacrificing his own life to banish the demon and save his wife. Emma was left alone, her mind shattered by the horrors she had witnessed. The house on the hill still stands to this day, its windows boarded up and its doors locked tight. But the townspeople of Millfield know better than to go near it, for they know that the evil that once possessed it still lingers, waiting for its next victim. The horrors of the house on the hill serves as a warning to all those who would dare to tamper with the forces of darkness. It is a reminder that sometimes, the past should be left buried and that some secrets are better left untold. Are you ready for the next horror story? The Cult of the Black Sun, a chilling tale of occult horror. It was a dark and stormy night when a group of friends, Jack, Sarah, and Alex, decided to explore the abandoned Black Sun cult compound deep in the woods. They had heard rumors of strange rituals and sacrifices that had taken place at the compound and were eager to uncover the truth. As they made their way through the dense forest, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. The trees seemed to loom over them, the shadows seemed to move with a life of their own. But they pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of the cult. As they entered the compound, they were greeted with a scene of eerie stillness. The buildings were dilapidated and abandoned, the air thick with the sense of dread. They found strange symbols etched into the walls and floors, and they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. As they explored the compound, they found evidence of dark rituals and sacrifices. They discovered hidden rooms and secret passageways, but no matter where they looked, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. As the night wore on, the friends became increasingly uneasy. They started to hear strange noises, whispers in the darkness, and the feeling of being watched grew stronger. They knew they had to leave, but something kept them trapped within the compound. As they prepared to leave, they discovered a hidden chamber deep within the compound. Inside, they found a dark altar and a strange, glowing orb. The orb seemed to pulse with an eerie light, and they couldn't resist the urge to touch it. As soon as they touched the orb, they were consumed by a strange and terrifying power. They were overcome with visions of death and destruction, of ancient rituals and sacrifices. They knew that they had stumbled upon something ancient and evil, something that should never have been disturbed. As the friends tried to leave the compound, they were confronted by the members of the Black Sun cult. They revealed themselves to be a powerful coven of witches, who had been waiting for the return of their god, an ancient and powerful demon, who was trapped in the glowing orb. The coven revealed that they had been waiting for centuries for the return of their god, and that they were willing to do anything to bring him back. They revealed that they had been using the compound as a place to conduct dark rituals and sacrifices, and that they were determined to bring back their god, no matter the cost. The friends were horrified by the revelation and knew they had to stop the coven at any cost. They fought to escape the compound, but the coven was too powerful. They were captured and taken to the altar where they were to be the sacrifices for the return of the demon. As the coven began the ritual, the friends managed to break free and destroy the orb, banishing the demon back to the depths from where it came. The coven was defeated, but not before they managed to curse the friends with the mark of the Black Sun, which will follow them for the rest of their lives. The friends managed to escape the compound, but the horrors they had witnessed would stay with them forever. They knew that the cult of the Black Sun was still out there, waiting for their chance to bring back their god and unleash the horror once again. The cult of the Black Sun, when ancient evils come to light. The friends were horrified by the revelation and knew they had to stop the coven at any cost. They fought to escape the compound, but the coven was too powerful. They were captured and taken to the altar where they were to be the sacrifices for the return of the demon. As the coven began the ritual, the friends managed to break free and destroy the orb, banishing the demon back to the depths from where it came. The coven was defeated, but not before they managed to curse the friends with the mark of the Black Sun, which will follow them for the rest of their lives.